Hey everyone, if you're hunting for a gaming laptop that actually keeps up with your sessions without breaking the bank or forcing you to jump through hoops, the ASUS TUF A18 is one worth putting on your shortlist. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Look, the first thing that jumps out is the 18-inch 2.5K 240Hz display. That's not just a spec sheet number, it means you're getting crisp visuals and ultra-smooth motion whether you're running competitive shooters at max settings or just binge-watching shows between matches. The 240Hz refresh rate alone makes a real difference in fast-paced games where every millisecond counts. But here's the catch: if you mostly play slower strategy or single-player titles, you might not notice the upgrade from a 144Hz panel. That's not a knock on the screen, just a heads up that the value is most obvious in high FPS gaming. Under the hood, you've got an AMD Ryzen 7 260 paired with an NVIDIA RTX 5070 and 64GB of RAM. That combo is built for today's demanding titles and future-proof enough to handle next-gen games at high settings. I've seen people pair this with VR setups and even light content creation without the laptop breaking a sweat. But if you're someone who also does heavy video editing or 3D rendering regularly, you might still want to double-check if your specific software scales well with AMD's architecture. It's not that it won't work, it's just worth confirming before you commit. Storage is another standout. A 2TB SSD gives you plenty of room for games, apps, and media without needing to juggle external drives. That's a practical upgrade over smaller SSDs that force you to constantly manage space. The only real downside here is that the SSD isn't upgradable later, so if you fill it up, you'll need to replace it entirely. Not a deal breaker for most gamers, but something to keep in mind if you're the type who keeps a massive Steam library. The RGB backlit keyboard is a nice touch for late-night sessions, and it's fully customizable if you like tweaking your setup. The keys feel responsive enough for gaming, though they're not mechanical-level tactile. If you're used to high-end mechanical keyboards, this might feel a bit mushy. But for the price, it's a solid compromise. One thing that often gets overlooked is the cooling. The bundled laptop cooler helps keep temps in check during long sessions, which is a lifesaver if you're playing in a warm room or stacking multiple games. Without it, the A18 can get loud under heavy load, which isn't ideal if you're trying to keep noise down. The cooler isn't anything fancy, but it does the job and keeps the laptop from throttling. Now, who should actually buy this? If you're a competitive gamer who prioritizes high refresh rates and smooth gameplay, this laptop is a great fit. The Ryzen 7 and RTX 5070 combo delivers the performance you need without overspending on features you won't use. It's also a solid pick if you want a big screen for immersive gaming or media without going all in on a full desktop setup. Who should skip it? If you're a casual gamer who mostly plays indie titles or older games, you might be better off with a cheaper laptop that still has great battery life and portability. The A18 is a bit of a tank, it's not the most compact or lightweight option out there, so if you're always on the go, this might not be the best travel companion. Another group to consider: if you're heavily invested in Intel systems or specific software that doesn't play well with AMD, you might want to stick with what you know. While AMD's performance is impressive, compatibility isn't guaranteed across every niche application. So, is it worth the money? For the right buyer, absolutely. The ASUS TUF A18 delivers where it counts: performance, screen quality, and storage without forcing you to overspend on bells and whistles. Just make sure it aligns with your actual needs before pulling the trigger. Check the link in the description if you want to take a closer look.